Hi, my name is Krystyna Dzialo. I'm a UniServ director in Maine. But before becoming a UniServ director, I've had some years of organizing experience working with several different SEIU locals. I worked organizing nurses, hospital nurses in Northeast Pennsylvania, and I also organized home health care workers, which were very low-wage workers in Philadelphia. I've worked on issues organizing campaigns as well as political campaigns. But for me, organizing is helping members to find and discover and use their voice in their workplace and also in their communities. One of my first experiences with the idea of having a voice and finding a voice came for me when I was just had graduated from college and I was teaching English in Jordan with the Peace Corps. And I had a great conversation one night with the women in my host family. And what they had asked me was, Krystyna, why in the United States do Americans feel like it's okay to disagree with their president, disagree with their leader? And I suddenly realized in the middle of their questioning that these women here didn't feel like they had a voice. So we launched into a deep discussion about democracy and the fact that it's okay to disagree and it's okay to have an opinion and thoughts and feelings. And we all have the right to use them. And I realized at that time as well that so many people in the United States had a voice but didn't use it. And so that prompted me to get into the work that I do today from that experience as well as some others. I feel like over time our unions have become very insular. The direct communication between members has shrunk due to technology. Leadership structures have become more top-down, and we often operate under the assumption that we know and we understand what our members' interests and values are. In my opinion, we need to go back to the basics of organizing work sites and enhancing our internal structures in order to be able to build a relationship with each and every member. I've recently done some membership trainings where we focus on the idea that how you ask a member or a new employee, potential member, to join the union will translate into what type of member that they become. So if we're talking to our potential members about joining because we have great liability insurance, they'll become a member who is a member solely for the liability insurance. But if we have the in-depth relational building conversations, we often call them one-on-ones, with each member, potential member, then we are able to really get deeper into who they are and what drives them and what motivates them to do what they do. And from there, have a better sense and a better ability to figure out how we can connect them to our union and to the values of our union, the core values of ours, and figure out how they match to the core values of their union. By doing that, we also are able to build power, the power necessary to overcome some of the great hurdles that we're facing in our schools and in our communities today. Through my organizing experience, I've been able to see how finding different leaders, non-traditional leaders, and working with them to build them and educate them and train them has made an impact not only on them as employees, union members, and leaders in their workplace, but also in their communities. When I was organizing nurses in Pennsylvania, I met a woman who was already organized, already part of a bargaining unit, but told a great story about rising up, finding her voice, and being able to represent some of her colleagues and coworkers as a shop steward gave her the courage and the strength to leave and get out of an abusive relationship. I also met another worker who spoke very limited English, but she was a janitor in the trade centers and lost a lot of her colleagues through 9/11. And through her union and through feeling like and knowing that she had a lot of people behind her and supporting her, she was able to do things such as stand up and speak at a big 9/11 event and share her story and speak out, even though she talks about being very nervous because she couldn't speak English well. But there's plenty of things that organizing and connecting with our members can do for us and for them. And I think that for me, is one of the most rewarding parts about being an organizer, is finding those relationships and continuing to build and perpetuate them. Thank you.